Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video. I hope you've all had a wonderful Christmas. I definitely had a marvelous time. But today, we're gonna start this video out with a very special tweet. Funny enough, it's actually the only bookmark I have on Twitter. It's a tweet from David Swartz that stems back to all the way back in 2017, September 5th. It says, a higher price for XRP would help Ripple several ways, and then there's a little story attached to it. The most obvious benefit to Ripple of an increased price for XRP is that it increases the value of Ripple's XRP. This means that Ripple has a greater ability to incentivize partners and, of course, liquidity. It also means that Ripple can raise more revenue by selling XRP. Indirectly, more value almost always means more liquidity and trade volume. XRP already has each of the other characteristics needed to be a good intermediary asset, but it will be initially limited by the available liquidity. Greater liquidity will give Ripple more flexibility to target larger corridors. Also, to some extent, Ripple's success is limited by what people really perceive of Ripple's success. Because of course, if you think Ripple's payment technology is going to be the next big thing, you'll be willing to invest the money and resources needed to implement and deploy it. On the other hand though, if you think that Ripple's going to be a scam, you don't really think anything of it in a good way, then of course you're not even going to look at it. Whether it makes sense or not, XRP's price is seen as a measure of Ripple's success or likelihood of future success. And that's actually why a lot of the partnerships that Ripple has are also good for XRP. At least that's how we portray them to be good for XRP, is because of Ripple's perception also having an effect on XRP. It is also important that it is not to be terribly expensive to hold XRP. A higher price will mean that a similarly sized sell will produce less volatility. So, a higher price could mean a lower cost to hold XRP. So long as XRP's general price direction is up, the volatility can be hedged without much difficulty. When Bitcoin sold for $1, you couldn't really use them to buy or sell a house. You can, of course, now. Bigger transactions require bigger value. The higher the price of XRP, the larger the payments Ripple can target, and when you're expecting exponential growth, even a small increase in your starting point can pay huge dividends down the line. Just wanted to quickly remind you guys what we're all doing this for. You know, the end goal is great, the end goal is good, and as long as your long-term goal or your long-term vision is positive for a coin that you're holding, in this case XRP, it's all going to work out fine. If your longer-term goal is really negative, or you're like, yeah, it's not going to work out, or you've just lost all faith, it's going to be very hard to hold, and it's going to be very not nice for you to hold through them times. Second article of the day is XRP's 2019 report. Price stagnates despite 88% reduction in escrow release. So, yeah, we're finally at the end of the year. You know, more and more info is going to be coming out, and I want to actually take a whole video separately to just go over every single fact that is in this analysis here for you. But today I have so much news to cover here. I have so many different topics that we're not gonna stand by this for too long. Just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, the price will go down for XRP, even though there's so many huge things happening, right? So you don't have to go on Twitter to say XRP must not be doing good because the price is going down or anything along those lines, because this year here on December 18th, XRP hit a value of 17 cents. That is insane, right? Because that was last seen in September of 2017, you know, more than 2 years ago. Why is that the case though? Well, it definitely has nothing to do with the pace at which XRP is going, or the fate, or the FUD, because we've been seeing tons of positive news for XRP come out. So definitely this FUD that is hanging around XRP cannot do anything for it. Please don't make your predictions surrounding that, because I don't think that's the case at all. Cardano may revisit its range lows, says analyst. So we're going over into Cardano, and the article here you can see is only for subscribers, so we're not going to be getting into it too far. But what I find interesting is the general opinion surrounding Cardano is actually always positive, right? I mean, we've seen a little bit of a debatable opinion a couple of months ago, but last month or so, I've been checking it, even though I've not been posting too many videos about it. But really, everybody seems to have been positive. All the articles I've been seeing, all the people I've talked to about it, everybody's been really, really happy because they're making such a great progress. At first, the question was like, But are they ever going to get a testnet running? Will it not be in 7 years before they finally get one of their first steps going? And right now that we're seeing that Cardano is really making this progress, I think a lot of people are starting to back off. Now, that's why this article also hit me like a truck, because here they're saying we may revisit its range lows. Now, that is actually not really a bad thing by definition, but I just got, slammed a little bit because we're talking about Cardano here. I was like, the reason I think it's still possible that people are making these analyses and people are talking about this is because the price going down lower doesn't really matter too much. And also, even if they're trying to say the price goes up, I would not be surprised. They could say Cardano visit the highest points ever, and I would not be surprised. Now, they could be saying Cardano will visit the lowest points ever. I would not be surprised. Reason for that is all these prices are now, correlating to Bitcoin, and it's just whatever Bitcoin's going to do, they're going to be following up. So that's why I don't attach too much value to it. But I just wanted to let you guys know that the general opinion around Cardano has been extremely positive lately. Another article here comes from Crypto Globe. It says, Mazer Gaming feuds with Tron and Wink over 720,000 TRX sponsorship deal. So if my calculations are correct in my head right now, this is about $10,000. Am I not mistaken? I think that's about $10,000, about $9.5 maybe. So what happened is a professional gaming group called Mazer Gaming has accused the Tron Foundation and Wink of failing to pay their sponsorship. Wink issued a response saying Mazer did not fulfill their contractual obligations. So let's put it straight for y'all. Mazer Gaming and Wink/Tron Foundation had an agreement that every single month they would pay them 60,000 TRX to have their logos on their shirts. So that's about, not even $2,000, right? I don't exactly know the value, but you can calculate it for yourself. You just go to Live Coin Watch. We can do it right now real quick. You just go to Live Coin Watch, go to Tron, you just press Tron right there, and you just type in the amount of Tron we want to convert. 720,000 is about $10,000 or 9.77. So that's $9,770. And 60,000 is again divided by 12, but it's about $814 every month that they were supposed to get. And they're saying here that they're really disappointed because it's not a huge amount of money to them, and why would they not pay us? That's really the back and forth that's going on. Wink, however, the company, responded and said, we were willing to pay you, but you didn't really do what you had to do. So Wink responded to Mazer Gaming with an open letter published on December 25th, claiming the gaming organization had not fulfilled their contractual obligations related to the jersey logos and that both parties had mutually agreed to end the sponsorship. So to me, that's pretty interesting because they're both saying something else. The one is saying, hey, you didn't pay us, even though we did what you asked. And the other party is saying, you are not paying us. Right? And here they're explaining again that they are lying, the other party's lying, yada, yada, yada. But here the question comes again, has Tron been up to some, shady stuff again? Or does this have nothing to do with Tron? I don't really know what Wink is, so that might have been a little bit more difficult to get everything going. And Wink is a gaming platform for users to play, socialize, and stake across multiple blockchain ecosystems. Okay, that's actually making it a little bit clearer. But is Tron doing some shady stuff? Is it just Wink, or is it Mazer Gaming? I'm letting it up to you to decide that. Bitcoin to dump near the halving, while one crypto will go parabolic, predicts Alistair Milne. This is most likely just a shill. Whenever people make articles like this, like, oh, Bitcoin is going to go down, but there's one coin that's going to go parabolic or insane, I usually ignore them just because these are most likely paid advertisements or for some reason. But then again, I went to check it out because of this little small thing right here. It says Bitcoin dominance will climb to 80%. So I actually personally expected them to talk about Bitcoin in a positive way, which most of the time is just general enthusiasm. Bitcoin price to test all-time high towards the end of the year. While a central bank will finally issue a stablecoin, Facebook's Libra won't launch. On the regulatory front, KYC/AML to become a requirement for major derivatives exchanges, and 2019 is just about to end, and crypto commentators have started giving out their predictions for 2020. Now, I've been really interested about this situation, just because 2020 halving, is coming closer and closer by the day, and the pace at which it is going is, to me, quite insane. I'm actually going to be doing a birthday stream really soon as well. I think in 2 days I'm going to be doing that. So make sure you also tune into my channel a little bit more often. Also, by the way, if you're watching this far, make sure you press the like button. I always appreciate that. But yeah, it's starting to get really, really close, and everybody's speculating and wondering what exactly is going to be happening. Is the prices just going to go up, skyrocketing, or are they all going to be going down like crazy? Who knows? I don't, and I'm quite scared and afraid and happy for it all. But yeah, this is what I previously covered in my previous video. Bitcoin bull Michael Novogratz loses confidence. Lowers Bitcoin price prediction of 2020 to 12,000. And you can see here the 5 things that he predicts for 2020. Donald Trump going to lose votes. BTC under or above $12,000. Wrestling wins 3 times gold in Tokyo. Tom Hanks Oscar reform helped the supervised population go down. It's pretty interesting. Don't care too much because it's just some random ass predictions, but hey. Russian bank head. Countries that don't embrace blockchain will end up in the Stone Age. Really huge bull for them to pull out something like this. Alright, to me, this is just, again, so amazing. Because the adoption that we've been seeing within the last months, wow, this is astonishingly well. But also the thoughts from governments are just blooming up. And here in this case, they're saying, there are those who sincerely believe in this prospect, and not only those who like to earn money. Here's the ideology that is being brought up. In essence, the creation of a system of private money without government intervention. This is actually a general thought about it, all right, about the private money. This is what the governor said, but the general thoughts and the general way everything works is a little bit different most of the time. And in this case now, President Minakhanov even went to organize a hackathon with the intention of Buterin inspiring others to or other tech leaders in this area. Sergei Gorkov, chairman of Verneshko Bank, recently revealed his support for a new blockchain research institute, and he further elaborated on his views about blockchain tech. He said, the commercial banks realized that traditional banking activity might not stay as it is forever, where a bank ceases to exist in its current form. Let's imagine there are countries that refused to implement the internet back in the 90s and 2000s. Where would this country have ended up today? Those who don't deal with blockchain today will end up in the Stone Age in 20 to 30 years. And that's something we can all agree to. Blockchain is really the new thing. And you either be there or be square. If you don't adopt, if you don't come along, you're going to get behind. It's just the way that things work. It's also the way that blockchain is going to work right now, at least in my opinion. Now here's an article that I don't really like to cover. It's from Jeffy Khan, or whatever you pronounce his name as. He's a real bull at times, but he's just a real drama person, right? Because he just has the most trending articles. I don't know how he does it, because they get read a lot, but they're always so heavy, and maybe that's again what makes him so interesting. Here's why Bitcoin bulls are being hopeful again. It's a really, really interesting title that makes people want to click, but it's giving you some false hope because nobody really knows, right? And here, there's some technical analysis, some basic TA explaining why we might be going up again. However, there's no certainty here, and it's possible that we go both ways. It's also what he concludes with, that, we can go both ways. But it's just the titles here that make him really, really interesting, and that makes a lot of people click. Coinbase closes Earn.com 1 year after the $100 million acquisition. So yes, you heard it right. Coinbase is shutting down the startup Earn.com, which it acquired for a whopping $100 million last year. The email service allowed senders to pay users in digital currency for replying to commercial messages or completing tasks. They now said goodbye to it all, though. It's actually pretty interesting. Just within a year, they just said goodbye to $100 million. Like, you know what? Let's not do this anymore. Let's just forget about this all, kind of. And then last but not least, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. My @ is @TheDustyBC. Make sure you go ahead and give me a follow right there. But guys, I'm going to be posting a lot more crazy content in the upcoming months. Alright, in 2 days, again, my birthday stream is going to be really interesting. I'm going to be doing some really cool stuff with y'all. But also, I have a channel, right, on which I'm going to be posting some social media content. So that's how to grow your own Instagram account is what I want to do on there. Because I've really been busy with that and been doing a good job. At least I do say so myself. But also, I have another channel, which is Dusty Finance, right? And I know most of you guys know it already, but I recommend you guys to check it out once more, just because I want to do more with this. I want to post more on there, but you guys also have to show me that you like this type of stuff, right? Because if you don't like me talking about these things, then I'll just quit. But if you say, hey man, these are helpful, or I learned something, at least one thing from one of them, yeah, I'll keep continuing on for forever. So yeah, make sure you let me know in the comment section down below. I'll definitely be posting more content on here. I used to do, one video every, or I wanted to do 2 videos a week, but I know it's too much. So I think we're going to do one video a week starting out on this channel, and then, increasing the frequency as we get more followers, hopefully. Or maybe we're going to do more a week. I don't know. I just do it only when I'm thinking of a good subject to make a video on. That's at least what my plan was. But these videos take so much preparing, and the style in which I'm doing them costs me so much time. There's no advertisements on here. It's completely free to watch. It's all just, free, as I said. And you can see it's just, I do so much editing. I tried my best to make it seem like the most fun thing ever to check out for everybody. So that's why, again, I recommend you guys to just check it out. Normally don't do so much effort for making videos, but I definitely put my work into it. My fair share of work. Took me hours to create this video. But yeah, make sure you follow me on this channel. I'm going to do a very big giveaway once we hit 1,000 subs on there, just because I think it's cool to incentivize you guys to sub. But also make sure you follow me on Twitter, as I just said, TheDustyBC. Make sure you check out the Discord. A link for that is in the description below. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care and have a very nice day. Happy New Year's, everybody, as well.